problem. I don't know what video to make. So I'm not sure what to do. How about I just listen to you guys? There's just one comment and a couple comments saying make more stylized videos. So okay, I will do that. Now, what do I make about stylized videos? I don't know. I already did stylized tutorial on how to make trees, how to make terrain. What else could I do? Other comments are asking for a tutorial on water. So how about I just combine the two and just do a tutorial on making a stylized beach? Okay. That could be good. That could be pretty good. How about I do that? Here, I experimented with water. Like, this is an old version of me experimenting with water. And you can see there's different moving animation stuff. Like, you can see over here, the foam, or these little white things against the terrain. And this waterfall, I'll show you how I made every single one of them. But, like, some of them I want to change. Like, this foam here that's coming, like, on the edge of the water. I don't really like. I'm going to update that and show you how to make it look even better. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing you how to make this, but even better. Okay, I opened up another Roblox studio, and why is it the new UI? I want the old one. I hate change, please. I have to go to beta settings and always turn it off. Next gen, off. I don't want it. Save, restart. Okay, that's a lot better. I like that way more. Okay. Now let's actually get to the beach. Honestly, first off, let's try to look at a stylized reference of a beach. Okay, I'm just gonna look up anime beach ocean. So I can see all the sand are just like a basic solid color. There's like no texture to the sands. So I'm gonna just get a solid color for the sand. Maybe I'll add some variation to it. Okay, how about this? This has my sand. Not bad. I mean, I can always go back to it if I don't like it. All right, now that I have my sand, now I need to know how to do the water. Again, let's look at the reference. You can see every time the water up close is like a lighter blue, and then further as you go it's a darker blue. So let's try to do the same thing. I'm just gonna do a solid color first, so let's just get like a lighter blue. There you go. Now we want it to be a darker blue up there. How can I make it so it's like slowly turning to a darker blue? Let's just use an image. So let me go to the toolbox and just look up a gradient in decals. All right, here's my gradient. So just apply this to the back. Okay, and all I do is just change its color to a darker blue. There you go. Okay, I also want to make it so this lighter blue is fading with the sand better. So let's just use the gradient again, and let's make this the same color as the lighter blue. Okay, we're getting kind of close to the reference. This is not even that complicated. Just follow what you see on a reference. Now the tricky part comes, adding in the animation of the waves and such. How do I do that? Like, how do I get this foam over here at the edge to be moving? Well, that's where flipbooks come in. And if you guys don't know what flipbook are, it's basically just making an animation. It's just putting in animations. That's all it is. Like, for example, this right here, it's used by using a series of like different images like this. I don't know how to make these, but I know I can use something like this as like foam over here at the edge of the beach. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't even know if this will work. I don't even know if flipbooks will even work for this, but we're both going to try it out together here, and hopefully it works. Hopefully I get that foam effect. I really want to do it, because usually I plan with these videos on what to make, but this one I'm not planning it. I'm kind of winging it, and I'm just praying that this will work. But let's try it out. Problem is, I don't know where or how to make one of these. Who do I ask to know how to make one of these? ChatGPT, my best friend. Where do I make a 8x8 grid flip book for free for Roblox animation / particles? Let's see what he says. Okay, it's giving these 3 websites. So let's try this one. Okay, this one I actually have heard of, and it's actually not bad. It's just not like professional. If you're following this as a tutorial, if you really are, then you can use this one, Flip Anim, to make your foam animation. But I'm going to be using Clip Studio Paint's animation feature. The issue with this though is I have no idea how to use Clip Studio Paint's animation feature. So I myself, I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and just look around different tutorials on how to use the Clip Studio animation tool. Eventually, I got the hang of it. I figured out how to do the animation in Clip Studio. This is pretty good. I'm glad that I'm using Clip Studio instead of that stupid unprofessional Flip Anim website. Literally, what could go wrong? I can only do 25 seconds? I can't do an animation that's longer than 25 seconds. What? Why? Oh my god. Okay, I asked ChatGPT, and it's because I have the Pro version of Clip Studio Paint and not the EX version of Clip Studio Paint. So basically, in order for me to make an animation in Clip Studio that's longer than 25 seconds, I have to pay again. Bruh. You know what? Screw that. Let's just use the free Flip Anim version. It's not that bad, right? All right, so here's a speed paint, not a speed build, a speed paint of me doing the, or not even a speed paint, a speed animation of me doing the water animation, the water foam. It's not that complicated. Just do a line going down and up, and then within that line or above the line is just a bunch of squiggles. It's supposed to be the water foam. So it's kind of fun to make. It turned out pretty okay. Could have been better, but it's what I made, and I hope you guys are happy with it because I was pretty okay with it. So yeah, it's pretty much it on the speed animation. I'm really sounding like that pig in Looney Tunes. Okay, so this is the animation. Now let me show you how to bring it into Roblox Studio like this. First off, you can save it right here in case you leave, and then once you're done, click save right here actually to actually save it. Let's save it, whatever. Upload, and once you've saved it, click on the GIF button right here, and then right click and then save image as. Now that's the wave GIF downloaded. Now you have to convert this GIF into a sprite sheet, so just go to a convert GIF to sprite website and just open up the GIF and click upload. Now I'm gonna make the columns to 8. I'm choosing 8 because I did 64 frames. So just keep in mind, if you're gonna be doing an 8x8 grid, meaning 8 columns, then have 64 frames. So let's convert this into a sprite sheet. And there you go. There's my sprite sheet. See? Yeah, this is similar to what we saw earlier with the flip books. It's working. So now I'm going to save this. Go to Photopea and open up that sprite sheet. Now what I'm going to do is just get rid of the grid background because I don't want that in my animation. So what I'm going to do here is select all of the animation, so the red parts. And then once you have it all selected, the parts that you want to keep, click over here, select, and then inverse, and then just delete. And that's it. It gets rid of the white parts. Nice. One thing I'm going to do is just make it so that like the top parts are faded. Just want the top to fade in with the ocean. One final step is we got to make it white and not red because it's water, not blood. So what I'm going to do is while I selected the layer, press Ctrl U and then just raise the lightness all the way up and boom, now it's white. And that's it. Now let's just save this. Clicking file, export as PNG. Okay, back in Roblox Studio, I'm just going to take this and then just change it up and change up the texture to what we just downloaded. First, I'm going to make it so its particle is at 0 in rotation and 0 in spread angle. Speed is at 0.01, and then we're going to make it so the orientation is perpendicular. There we go. Now it's flat, just how I want it. Now we're going to change up the texture to what we just saved. Okay, there, my final wave sprite. Create. Now open up, gimme. Okay, there you go. Okay, it looks really weird and we have to change it again. Mine was 8x8, so I have to change this from 4x4 to 8x8. There you go. Okay, wait, not bad. That's just really fast. If you increase the lifetime, it's slower. And then yeah, just decrease the rate as well. Okay, wait, not bad. Now let's just make this bigger. Oh my god, that's too big. And I think if I want to stretch it out, you put the squash and negative numbers to stretch out your texture. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, not bad. That's actually not that bad. All right, this is where I'm at so far. Originally, I made that flip book for the waves to be over here at the front. So it was supposed to be like that. I mean, that's not that bad, but it's just not smooth enough. So instead, I'm just going to keep them at the back. And I think it just works better when it's at the back. And I'll probably figure out something else for the front over here. I promise you, by the end of this video, I'll probably have something a lot smoother and a lot better of an animation foam that's here at the coast, at the edge of the water. It'll be better, I promise. Honestly, look at that. That looks so cool. I like what I have so far here. We can come back to this. For now, let's go ahead and add in some more beachy kind of stuff. I'll be showing you how to make a stylized palm tree. All right, my plan is to reference off this video game, Valorant. It's just a game I like playing, and it's really stylized. I really like the look of it, so I'm just gonna replicate their palm trees because I like them, and maybe I can try to replicate anything else. Like maybe I can try and get the same kind of rocks. Oh my god, look at that. Whoa. See, this is why Valorant is so cool. There's moving things. Did you see that like hermit crab over there? There's lots of birds in the distance. Like that's the kind of stuff you got to add to your builds to make them look good. Okay, now let's get to that stylized palm tree now. All right, first step, getting my reference right here, my palm tree. Now I just have to actually just make the 3D model version of it. Let's do that. First, let's make the general shape of the trunk and the actual coconut parts. I think that's coconut. Simple extruding a cylinder. That's all I'm doing. So whatever I do will show over here. So whatever keys I do, you'll see it. If you're a beginner and you really want help, then you can just look over here, bottom right of what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe that can help you out. So there you go. There you go. I'm not a bad YouTuber. I tell you things. I show you stuff like that. Okay, now that I made the basic shape, I also gotta go ahead and try to add these bumps at this area. I don't think this is coconut. I have no idea what it even is supposed to be, but just try to add in bumps. You can also see bottom right of what keys I'm pressing to get this kind of shape. Okay, you know, there you go. That's the closest I'm gonna get. And that's like the basic shape done. Now it's time for the really fun part. Texture painting. It's actually really fun. I like texture painting so much. But before we do that, I gotta explain the steps on how to actually start texture painting in Blender. There's like 3 general steps you gotta do before you can texture paint. First, apply a base texture. Second, get your brush. And third, UV unwrap your object. And then you can start texture painting. So let me explain all those 3 general steps, because this is still a tutorial technically. First, we gotta make a new texture for it, because right now it's just pink. So click on this red circle over here, click new, click this yellow circle next to base color, image texture, new, and then let's just name it trunk texture. And then we just put the star symbol and then 2 next to both of these, the width and height. So it's in 2K now. And then we're gonna change the color to a base color. So a beige is kind of looking color. Now boom, it's been added. Now if you go to over here on the left and click on this right here and just open up the trunk texture, this is gonna be our actual texture that we're painting. So right now, I don't like how shiny and glossy it looks. I want it to look flat in order to get it to look flat. Click over here, click texture over here if your texture isn't showing, and then click on flat because I like drawing it within flat because it's stylized. You don't want the shadows to be there. Now, before we actually get to texture painting, we got to get our brush. So I'm going to click over here, this red and black checkered pattern. Click new, open, and just open up whatever brush. I'm going to use the square brush that I usually use because I don't know, I just like it. So I'm going to leave this image of my square brush in the description. Now, after you uploaded your brush, click on this wrench and screwdriver icon right here, and then go open up texture, and then change tile to view plane, and then go over here to fall off. You can either use this one or this one, but for my square brush I like using this. All right, now before we actually texture paint, I'm going to try to texture paint, nothing happens. That's because we haven't UV unwrapped this. So go to UV editing right here, press A to select your entire model, and then press U, and then just click on smart UV project. There you go. And now we can texture paint. So let me go back to texture paint. Now here's a speed paint of the palm tree. You know what? I've been speaking this entire video. I'll let just this one part of the video of me speed painting to be absolute silence, and you can just enjoy with the music. And if you don't care for the speed paint, then just skip. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Enjoy. And there you go. Honestly, that looks so cool. That looks so cool. Like, look at that. Look at it from far away. That looks so good. That looks so good. Now I gotta do the actual leaf. Now, how am I gonna do that? Well, obviously I'm gonna get a plane and apply and make a leaf texture within Clip Studio Paint. And after I make a leaf texture, I put it on the plane, and then I put that plane on top of the tree trunk, and I'm done. Yeah, it's so simple, guys. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just be doing it right now. It's so easy. Just watch me do it. And like I said, we're gonna make the leaf texture in Clip Studio Paint. I'm starting out making it blue first. I'll make it green later just to get the shape, and then I actually make it green. And with this, I actually kind of popped off. Like, it looks so similar to the actual like leaf of from the actual game. Like, I got it so accurate. It looks so good at this. I'm so good. I'm actually God. I'm an art god. Guys, I'm really good. Subscribe. But yeah, let's just save this and use this in Blender now. Now we're gonna put it in within this plane. In order to do that, go to UV editing. We're gonna click open and just open up the leaf texture. There's my leaf texture. Click on this arrow right here. Click flat and then texture. Select your plane. Click this red circle. Click new. Click the yellow circle next to base color. Image texture. Click this button and then just open up the texture, the leaf texture. Now we just plop this onto the actual tree, and that is it. And there you go. Honestly, I have to say it again. It's not even kind of, it's really shocking how similar it got to the actual reference. Oh my god. Maybe I am an art god. Maybe I am an art god. We just bring this into Roblox Studio. Okay, there we go. Here's the palm tree. Now, all I gotta do is make a couple more beach kind of assets, maybe some rocks, and then do the lighting and just place everything together. And then now I'll be done here. I'll just do a speed build and I'm done here. Whoa, what is this big cut? Why is there so much progress already made? You didn't show the speed at build process of getting to here, which is probably what you're saying right now. Well, the thing is, I did, but guess what? My computer crashed, so all the video of me in hand painting the rock texture and placing everything down got corrupted. That video file got corrupted, but I did end up recording the second end half of the speed build. So okay, maybe you got left out on the interesting parts, but hey, at least you're getting to see the near end part. You're getting to see how it came together at the end. Please don't be mad at me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. My computer is so bad, it cannot handle having OBS to record while also having Roblox Studio open and my video software open and Blender open and also maybe YouTube, because I like watching YouTube while I build. It can't handle all of those applications. It has to crash. Okay, maybe that's fair. That's a lot of applications open. But whatever, guys. It's not my fault. The video corrupted and my computer crashing. Maybe it isn't. And here's the final build. This looks pretty nice. I mean, look at that. Look at that water animation. Look how nice the water is moving. I know I did say it'd probably change this water foam animation, but I decided to actually keep it because it's not actually that bad. I don't actually hate it anymore. It's grown on me. Not everything is 100% complete. Some things are kind of rushed because I just wanted to, but it just looks so nice regardless. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing or maybe leave a like. And that's it. Please come back soon.